Hello everybody, Chris here from All East TV. Match reaction to the same again, so you're probably going to get a similar reaction to the last couple of games. Leeds 1, Arsenal 4. I don't know what's going on. The title of this video is "What is the Leeds way?" Does anybody know anymore? And I'll explain what I mean by that. Let's get straight into that, in fact. We're meant to be this high pressing team, overloading our wings, players cutting inside of wingers and etc. etc. Am I blind? Tell me in the comments. Am I blind? Because I'm not seeing that anymore. Pretty much never this season, apart from the odd game. I'm not seeing it. So what is our style now? Because how it looks stood there watching the games is our style will be a disjointed back four, a world of space in front of that back four for centre backs or deep line midfielders to drive into, and just conceding an insane amount of shots, goals, etc. Is that the Leeds style now? Because we could talk about, again, injuries, squad depth. We've had those discussions before. But I thought part of the Bielsa methodology was that, the 23s are meant to play a similar style to his, ethos. So players can come in and at least execute game plans and a style of play. And we are not. And we haven't been all season pretty much. So again, people coming on go, oh yeah, it's December, it's the top four. Yeah, agreed. But it's been like this the majority of the season, hasn't it? So let's be honest. A couple of examples what I'm on about. Last night, Odegaard probably had his best game for Arsenal. He had the freedom of Ellen Road. He just swaggered around there, spraying passes about, just stood in that big pocket of space in the middle of the field, middle of the pitch, and just dictating things. Martinelli quickly worked out that the gap between Cody Drama and Robin Koch was massive, and he just ran inside Cody Drama all night. I feel a bit for Cody Drama as a young lad. Very little experience at this level, obviously. And I don't think Robin Koch did much to help him at all. I'm not seeing any leadership on the pitch. We're just standing off players, letting them basically take the mick. I think every goal, if not three of them, but maybe potentially every goal was from a player mistake last night. Poor passes not finding the man, trying to take 3 million touches where a right foot straight through the middle of the ball will do. And these aren't the young players, a lot of these mistakes. These are the senior players. These are the players that are meant to be gripping this by the throat and dragging us out. And it's not happening. I mean, LACAZETTE had our defenders' eyes out last night. It's clearly teams have picked up on it. How do you play against Leeds' man marking system? Easy. You get your striker to drop deep. Robin Koch or Luke Ayling, who were the centre backs last night, follow him, and then players come from outside to into the space behind. And if it hadn't been for Illan Meslier last night, we're looking at another cricket score, aren't we? Let's be honest. I don't know. We can have blind faith in the manager, which some people have. I don't know, some can be screaming, just get him out. Or you can sit in the middle and go, I fully respect what he's done, where he's brought this club to, how he's reconnected the club to the fans, etc., etc. give him to the end of the season to sort this out. But don't be in any doubt, everyone, whether we've got players back from injury or not. If we continue to play like we're playing, and last night concerns me potentially even more than Man City, because Arsenal for me weren't that special last night. They just executed a game plan. This wasn't, prime Barcelona we were playing or anything like that. They just executed the game plan and made us look ridiculous on numerous occasions. So please, for those of you still doubting, do not be in any doubt that we are in real danger of going back to where we struggled to get out of for so long. I'm not saying it will happen, but I'm saying there's a big possibility of it, and people should be worried. And if you're not worried, I've got to say, I think you've got the blinkers on. You've got the Bielsa blinkers on. If a lot of managers out there, right, would say, "Oh God, look at this! Look at the state of my squad. Half of it's out injured. We can't go and play the way we normally play. We need to be a bit smarter here. We need a solid back four who stay in one line, move up together, move back together, stay in a line, condense the pitch, right? Forshaw and another defensive midfielder, whoever it may be, stand in front of them, keep it tight. Do not allow those spaces in front of the centre backs for an Odegaard or whoever to go and do what he wishes. And then have 2 or 3 players up the pitch to go maybe, on the counter-attack, grab a chance, stuff like that. Again, I'm not a manager. I'm just saying it how I see it. It's should be becoming a habit now, isn't it? Let's be honest. I was getting a levering. And won't be old. Liverpool next at Anfield. I'm just getting a bit dismayed with it all. I thought the crowd were magnificent last night, but that goes without saying. I'm not going to bang on about that. The fans were the fans. They were epic. They backed the team all the way. 4-1 down was probably when it was at its loudest as well. So fair play to everyone that was there. We kept going, but this is becoming a real worry now. So we've got Liverpool and Villa next. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just concerned. I think there's real issues there. Get all the players fit. But are we going to get all the players fit? This is my question. When have we ever had all our players fit? People go, "Oh, we'll be all right when we get the injuries back." Yeah, but we'll probably have another 5 or 6 by then. It's like swap shop in that physio's room, 1 in, 1 out. So are we ever going to have a fully fit squad to go at this league this season and drag us away? Potentially not. So again, it's all right. Everyone say, "Oh, we'll be fine when these players come back." Playing this style, the way we play at the minute, I don't think it overly matters who's in there. Because let me just find it, and I saw this from LUFC data on Twitter. Just have a listen to this. So credit them for this stat or these stats. Leeds' last 2 matches. Strap yourselves in. 52 shots faced, 27 shots on target faced, 39 chances faced, 18 Leeds players used, 16 saves by Meslier in 2 games, 11 big chances faced, 11 goals conceded in 2 games, 52 shots faced in 2 games. Come on. For someone who likes stats and detailed preparation and all the rest of it, that has got to ring alarm bells to the manager, has it not? 52 shots faced in 2 games. And I don't care if that's Manchester City and Arsenal. Like I say, Arsenal were nothing special in my opinion last night. I mean, they executed the game plan as they obviously set up, so credit to them. But again, this isn't a Man City or a Liverpool of the last couple of seasons we're facing. It was Arsenal, and they're okay, all right, they're in the top 4, but they're miles off the top 3 clubs. But it just looked far too easy for them. And it's getting to the point I've noticed around the ground, like, and I don't blame the fans for this, like 3-0 down at half time and you're walking around and people have just almost got an air of, well, it is what it is now. And that's not good, do you know what I mean? It's becoming the norm, us getting a bit of a leathering, whether it reflects in the scores or not, the actual goals going in, because that comes down to being clinical, and the last couple of teams we've faced have been extremely clinical, right? But in most matches, it's like, well, we're just getting paggered. I don't know how many times we've said this season, thank God for 𝐿 in net. Arsenal could have been 5 or 6 clear at half time last night if they'd have been a bit more clinical and Meslier and mid saves. So it's getting a bit beyond a joke now, to be honest with you. And I know there's going to be people out there who say, oh, you know, keep the faith, keep the faith. Yeah. Again, the next time the lads step out on the pitch, they've got my 100% backing. They always will have, no matter what league we're in, no matter what team we're playing. When we're out on the pitch, they've got my backing. I shout my head off, I sing the songs, and I do my very small bit to back them. But again, I'm a paying customer, like a lot of you are out there, whether that being tickets, merchandise, whatever. And we are currently not getting value for money. Let's be honest. It's savage at the minute, and it's demoralising. Like I was in the gym this morning and seen a couple of mates, and I mean, fingers pointed and getting laughed at, and you say, oh, it's all part of football, innit? But again, when it's week in, week out, it gets bleeding boring. Like after the Man City game, I don't know how many pictures of a 7-Up can I got sent. It's mental. And I feel for the fans, I do. Whether you're the fans that probably feel a bit like me, like what's going on and questioning stuff. But I also feel for the fans that are, you know, like I say, the Bielsa blinkers are on, because I don't know how you're managing to do that, how you're managing to keep this positivity. I mean, fair play to you if you are, but I don't know how, because what I saw, especially last night, doesn't fill me with any confidence. It's just living in hope now that, you know, we finished 17th and we can reinvest in the squad and try and go again next season, because there's players in this squad for me now that are living on borrowed time. Jack Harrison last night he's a shadow of himself at the minute. And I know he's a confidence player. I'm sure many of them are out there, but Jack's a senior pro now, and he needs to be stepping up and showing the way a little bit. I think 𝐾𝐿 the same. I think he's done. I think this is his last season with us. I think the Premier League's finding him out, and I'm not enjoying saying this, everyone. So don't be like slamming me in the comments going, "Oh, digging players out." I'm not digging them out. I'm saying what I see. It's just it looks done. Tyler last night, poor, just sloppy, really sloppy. I mean, he's meant to be a striker or an attacker, and just shots that aren't even slightly wayward, they're just flying everywhere. And in this league, when you get a chance, you've got to be more clinical. Rafinha was off the boil again, that's 2 or 3 games on the bounce now where it shows how heavily reliant we are on him being at the top of his game, because when he's not, it shines through. It shines through. But Luke Ayling last night, I believe he's carrying an illness, not COVID related. And I think, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there, but I don't know. Robin Koch, first game back in however long, so was never going to be fully at it, but my God, he hung Cody Drama out to dry at times. He really did. That back four last night, and back fours have got to build up and understand them. All over the park, you've got to have an understanding, right? And that only comes from a stable squad. I understand that, but that was beyond a lack of understanding last night. So again, I'll go back to my original question. What is the Leeds United way now? Because I don't know. I don't know. That swashbuckling football that we've seen the last 3 seasons isn't there anymore. We're not outrunning teams. We're not pressing hard and high up the pitch and aggressive. We're just standing there and letting teams come at us. Ben White again last night, like he's done the last few times he's faced us, whether it be for Brighton or Arsenal, just marauding forward into that space. I mean, Joffrey wins us the penalty with a nice bit of footwork. Again, I feel for Joffrey because he's without doubt a cracking player, but he just got nothing. He just got nothing all night. Rafinha couldn't find a pass. Jack Harrison couldn't find a pass. Somerville busted his nut when he came on, but again, not much impact. Adam Forshaw probably is his weakest game since coming back, but potentially due one. He's been phenomenal since he came back into the side. So again, I'm not going to get too carried away there. But that midfield in front of him, 𝐾𝐿 and Roberts, I don't understand why we're sticking with it. I said in my pre-match, right, that I wanted to see Lewis Bate and Adam Forshaw because that feels more solid to me. And then Roberts ahead of them, where Roberts can potentially go and affect the game a bit, potentially be a bit more just attacking focused with 2 more defensively controlling players behind him. But I said that Bielsa will play Forshaw, 𝐾𝐿 and Roberts, and he did. Why do we keep persisting with this? Why? And don't say it's because of a load of injuries, because even when we've got most players there, we see that quite a lot. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, not good, everyone. Not good. And on that note, I think I'm probably going to leave it there. Last game before Christmas, that was last night. So have a good Christmas, everyone. I hope you manage to see your families and have a good time and enjoy it, and not worry about football again. Potentially on until potentially Boxing Day, but we'll see what happens the next couple of days with the Premier League and this nonsense around COVID and postponing games all everywhere. So yeah, have a good one. Try and shake this off. I'm going to try and shake it off this afternoon by watching a proper football team in Man City, who I think have already kicked off and pretty much went 1-0 up straight away. And then watch the game later on this afternoon as well. I can't remember who it is, but I'll sit and watch it. There's nothing else to do, is there? So yeah, have a good one, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please, as usual, as I always say, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you still an all-in, believe in the trust the process, etc., or are you completely the other side of the spectrum and it's time for the manager to go and something new to happen? Like I said, I'm not. I've said for the last couple of weeks, I'm 50-50. I'm happy for him to be given more time to sort this out currently, but that it's wearing thin. It's wearing thin, and again, it's because, like I said, we're not even seeing the performances anymore. So we're getting drubbings, but there's no performance there either. And just like any other football club, you've got to question the people who are setting this team up to go out and play, whoever the 11 are on the pitch. You've got to question it, in my opinion. Some of you don't agree, but it is what it is. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Fully appreciate it.